Have you ever noticed small changes in your body and wondered if they're just normal signs of aging or something more? As men get older, certain physical signs begin to show. Some are obvious, while others are more subtle. In fact, one of these signs might even be something you can smell before you see. These changes aren't just random, they are clear markers of how the body adapts over time. In this discussion, we're uncovering 5 telltale signs of aging in older men, 1 related to smell, 3 that get noticeably bigger, and 1 that becomes smaller. Some of these changes happen gradually, while others might suddenly catch you by surprise when you look in the mirror one day. How many of these signs have you noticed? Stick around until the end because you may discover something that explains a change you've observed in yourself but never fully understood. Stay tuned, because by the time we finish, you'll have a better understanding of what's happening to your body and what, if anything, you can do about it. Before we begin, I'd really appreciate it if you liked this video. It helps me keep sharing more important lessons. If you haven't subscribed yet, I highly recommend hitting the subscribe button and turning on the notification bell so you don't miss any future videos. Also, if you enjoy this video, please comment 1. If you don't, comment 0 so I know how to improve. Now, let's get started. Number 1. The unmistakable smell of aging. Aging brings many changes to the body, some noticeable and others more subtle. One of the lesser discussed but scientifically recognized changes is the distinct scent that develops as men grow older. If you've ever visited a senior living facility or spent time around older individuals, you might have noticed a unique, lingering odor. It's not caused by poor hygiene, cologne choices, or the environment. It comes from within, a biological shift occurring at the cellular level. This phenomenon is due to a compound called Nonenal, which begins to appear in small amounts around the age of 40 but becomes significantly more noticeable by the 70s. Unlike the usual body odors associated with sweat and bacteria, Nonenal results from oxidative stress, a process in which fatty acids in the skin break down over time. The resulting scent is often described as slightly grassy, waxy, or stale, and while some may not notice it, others find it distinct. One of the biggest challenges with Nonenal is its resistance to traditional cleansing methods. Regular body odors caused by bacteria can be washed away with soap and water, but Nonenal binds to the skin and fabrics, making it difficult to remove completely. Even after showering, some men find that their clothes and bedding still carry this scent, leading to frustration and confusion. This was exactly the case for Richard, a 74-year-old retired engineer. He first noticed the change when his granddaughter commented that he smelled like books and wood, a common way people describe this aging-related scent. At first, he assumed it was his cologne or detergent, but after switching products and seeing no change, he realized the scent was coming from his own skin. While Nonenal is a natural byproduct of aging, there are ways to manage its presence and reduce its buildup. The key lies in targeted cleansing and lifestyle adjustments. Unlike traditional body odor, which is caused by bacteria breaking down sweat, Nonenal originates from the oxidation of fatty acids. This means that conventional soaps and body washes are often ineffective at completely removing it. Instead, using soap specifically formulated to break down excess oils can help neutralize the scent. Some specialized soaps contain persimmon extract, an ingredient known for its ability to combat Nonenal and remove stubborn residues. Additionally, regular exfoliation using a gentle body scrub or exfoliating cloth can aid in sloughing off dead skin cells that may trap oxidized oils. Beyond skincare, diet and lifestyle choices play a crucial role in controlling oxidative stress, the primary culprit behind Nonenal production. Antioxidant-rich foods, such as green tea, citrus fruits, leafy greens, and nuts, help combat oxidative damage, potentially slowing the process that leads to Nonenal formation. Hydration is another factor. Drinking plenty of water flushes out toxins and supports overall skin health. Since nonenal tends to cling to fabrics, washing clothes with baking soda, white vinegar, or odor-neutralizing detergents can help break down the residue that regular detergent may leave behind. For men who find their bedding and furniture absorbing the scent, using odor-eliminating sprays designed for aging skin can provide an extra layer of freshness. Understanding that this scent is not a sign of poor hygiene but rather a natural part of aging allows men to take proactive steps without embarrassment. By making simple but effective changes to their cleansing routine, diet, and fabric care, older men can reduce the intensity of nonenal and feel more confident in their daily lives. Aging brings wisdom and experience, and with the right approach, it doesn't have to come with an unwanted scent. Number 2, thinning or gray hair. One of the most visible and emotionally impactful signs of aging in men is thinning or graying hair. Whether it's the gradual recession of the hairline, noticeable bald spots, or a complete shift from dark to silver, these changes often serve as a stark reminder of the passage of time. For many men, hair has long been a symbol of youth, vitality, and personal identity, so when strands start to thin or lose their color, it can be difficult to accept. The primary cause of these changes lies in hormonal shifts and decreased melanin production. As men age, levels of testosterone and its byproduct, dihydrotestosterone, DHT, fluctuate, leading to weaker hair follicles and slower hair growth cycles. This results in progressive thinning, receding hairlines, or complete baldness in some cases. At the same time, melanin, the pigment responsible for hair color, decreases, causing strands to turn gray or white over time. These changes don't happen overnight, but they can feel sudden when men notice a widening part, increased shedding in the shower, or a shift in hair texture. Michael, a 68-year-old former business executive, recalls how his once thick, jet black hair slowly turned into a patchy mix of gray and white. He spent years using dyes and styling tricks to mask the transition, but eventually he realized that fighting nature was exhausting. While some men embrace their silver strands as a sign of wisdom and experience, others struggle with self-confidence and identity as their reflection changes. This emotional reaction is normal. Hair plays a big role in how men perceive themselves and how others perceive them. While hair loss and graying are natural parts of aging, men have several options for managing these changes in ways that suit their comfort level. Some choose to embrace the transition, viewing silver or white hair as a sign of wisdom and distinction. In fact, well-maintained gray hair can add an air of sophistication and maturity, making a man look more distinguished rather than aged. Keeping hair neatly trimmed and choosing a flattering hairstyle can help make thinning or graying hair appear intentional and stylish rather than a sign of decline. However, for those who prefer to slow down or minimize the effects, specialized hair care routines and targeted nutrition can make a difference. Using shampoos and conditioners designed for thinning hair can help strengthen follicles and give hair a fuller appearance. Products containing biotin, caffeine, or keratin are known to promote healthier hair growth and improve texture. Additionally, biotin and collagen supplements, as well as a diet rich in omega-3 fatty acids, lean proteins, and vitamins A and E, can support hair strength and scalp health. When it comes to graying, some men opt for subtle hair dyes or toning shampoos to blend silver strands with their natural color. Others use purple shampoos to enhance the vibrancy of gray hair, preventing it from turning dull or yellowish over time. For Michael, acceptance came gradually. Instead of clinging to his youthful look, he focused on maintaining a well-groomed appearance and adopting a hair care routine that suited his needs. Ultimately, the most important factor isn't whether a man chooses to dye, treat, or embrace his changing hair, it's how he carries himself with confidence. Aging isn't just about appearance, it's about owning the process and adapting in a way that makes a man feel strong, self-assured, and comfortable in his own skin. Number 3, a bigger belly that won't budge. One of the most common and frustrating signs of aging for men is the expansion of the midsection, even when diet and exercise habits remain unchanged. Many men in their 60s and 70s notice that their waistline continues to grow, shirts fit tighter, and bending over becomes more difficult. This isn't just about eating too much or skipping workouts, it's a biological shift caused by slowing metabolism, hormonal changes, and muscle loss. As men age, testosterone levels naturally decline, reducing the body's ability to maintain lean muscle mass. Since muscle burns more calories than fat, losing it causes a metabolic slowdown, making it easier for excess calories to turn into stored fat, especially around the abdomen. Even if a man continues to eat the same way he did in his 40s or 50s, his body now processes food differently, leading to a gradual buildup of belly fat. This was the case for Frank, a 76-year-old retired salesman who had always been lean and active. Despite maintaining a relatively stable diet, he noticed his stomach sticking out more while his arms and legs appeared thinner. At first, he dismissed it as an inevitable part of aging, but he soon realized his body was redistributing fat. This shift occurs because fat cells accumulate more easily in the abdomen, while muscle mass in the limbs diminishes. However, the problem isn't just aesthetic. Excess belly fat poses significant health risks. Unlike fat stored in other areas, abdominal fat is metabolically active, meaning it releases inflammatory chemicals that increase the risk of heart disease, diabetes, and even cognitive decline. Studies show that men with larger waistlines in their 70s and 80s are more likely to experience fatigue, joint pain, and poor sleep quality. Carrying excess weight in the midsection places added strain on the heart, joints, and internal organs, making movement more challenging and reducing overall energy levels. While some weight gain is a natural part of aging, allowing belly fat to accumulate unchecked can lead to serious health consequences. The good news is that targeted lifestyle changes can help slow down or even reverse this process. One of the most effective ways to combat belly fat is through resistance training, which helps preserve and rebuild muscle mass. Unlike cardio exercises that primarily burn calories, strength training increases metabolic rate, allowing the body to burn fat more efficiently. Simple exercises like bodyweight squats, resistance band workouts, and light weightlifting can make a significant difference over time. Even daily activities like carrying groceries, climbing stairs, or doing yard work contribute to muscle maintenance and help keep metabolism active. In addition to exercise, diet plays a crucial role in managing belly fat. Since testosterone levels decline with age, the body becomes more insulin resistant, making it easier to store fat from excess carbohydrates. Reducing processed carbohydrates and added sugars can help stabilize blood sugar levels and prevent further fat accumulation. Instead, focusing on protein-rich foods such as lean meats, eggs, fish, beans, and nuts can help preserve muscle mass while keeping hunger under control. High-fiber foods like vegetables, whole grains, and legumes also support digestion and prevent bloating, making the midsection appear leaner and less inflamed. Hydration is equally important. Drinking enough water helps flush out toxins, reduce bloating, and support metabolism. For men like Frank, understanding that his expanding belly wasn't just about overeating but a natural response to aging helped him take action. By incorporating strength training, adjusting his diet, and staying active, he was able to reduce his midsection, regain energy, and feel more confident. The key is to recognize these changes early and adapt lifestyle habits accordingly. Aging may bring biological shifts, but with the right approach, belly fat doesn't have to be an unavoidable part of growing older. Number 4. The mystery of growing ears. Aging brings many physical changes, but one of the most surprising and least talked about is the growth of ears over time. Unlike muscles that shrink or fat that redistributes, ears continue to grow well into old age, making them appear noticeably larger in men's later years. This is not an illusion. Scientific studies confirm that ears grow by about 0.08 inches per decade, meaning that by the time a man reaches his 70s or 80s, his ears may look significantly different from how they did in his youth. While this growth happens gradually, many older men only notice it when comparing recent photos with ones from decades earlier. It can be a shock to realize that a feature that once seemed proportionate now appears elongated, droopy, or oversized. The primary reason for this change is cartilage growth and loss of skin elasticity. Unlike bones, which stop growing after puberty, cartilage continues to expand throughout life. The outer ear, known as the pinna, is made up mostly of cartilage, which grows at a slow but steady rate. At the same time, the skin around the ears loses elasticity, causing the ears to stretch downward under the force of gravity. This combination of expanding cartilage and sagging skin makes ears appear larger and longer. George, a 78-year-old retired teacher, experienced this firsthand. He had never thought much about his ears until he stumbled upon his wedding photo from nearly 50 years ago. To his surprise, his ears were noticeably smaller and more proportionate back then. Now, they seemed longer and slightly droopier, with thinner earlobes than before. This realization led him to wonder, was this normal, and could anything be done about it? While larger ears are a natural part of aging, many older men feel self-conscious about this change, especially when they see a noticeable difference in their facial proportions. The good news is that while you can't stop cartilage from growing, there are ways to slow down the drooping effect and maintain a more youthful appearance. One of the biggest factors contributing to ear elongation is the loss of collagen and skin elasticity. As men age, collagen production decreases, causing the skin to loosen and sag. This not only affects the face, but also impacts the earlobes, which can become thinner and more stretched out over time. To combat this, staying hydrated and eating collagen-boosting foods, such as bone broth, eggs, fish, and leafy greens, can help keep the skin firmer and more resilient. Some men also use vitamin-rich skincare products on their ears to maintain skin elasticity and prevent excessive sagging. Another way to reduce the appearance of longer ears is through proper posture and gravity-conscious habits. Over decades, gravity pulls the ears downward, and activities such as wearing heavy earrings or frequently pulling on the ears can accelerate this effect. Avoiding these habits and sleeping on a pillow that provides good neck support can help minimize excess stretching over time. Additionally, protecting the skin from excessive sun exposure by using moisturizers and sunscreen can prevent the breakdown of collagen and maintain skin tightness. While some men consider surgical options such as earlobe reduction or cartilage trimming, most find that simple lifestyle changes and skincare improvements are enough to keep their ears looking balanced and proportional. For men like George, understanding that his ear growth was a normal part of aging helped him accept the change with confidence. By taking small steps to maintain skin elasticity and avoid unnecessary stretching, he felt more in control of his appearance. Aging brings undeniable transformations, but with the right care, it's possible to age gracefully and feel confident in one's own skin, ears included. Number 5. The disappearing calves. One of the most overlooked but telling signs of aging in men is the gradual loss of muscle in the calves. Many older men wake up one day, look down, and realize that their once strong, defined calves have become thinner and weaker. Unlike a growing belly or sagging skin, this change isn't just about appearance. It has serious consequences for mobility, balance, and overall strength. This condition, known as muscle atrophy, occurs naturally with age, but certain lifestyle habits can make it worse. The main reason for shrinking calves is a decline in testosterone and growth hormone levels, both of which play a crucial role in maintaining muscle mass. As these hormones decrease, the body loses muscle faster than it can rebuild it, leading to a noticeable reduction in size and strength. Another major factor is a gradual decrease in physical activity. Many older men assume that simply walking every day is enough to maintain their leg muscles, but walking alone doesn't engage the calves as intensely as other forms of movement. In younger years, men often ran, jumped, or performed activities that required explosive lower body strength. But as they age, they may no longer climb stairs as often, carry heavy loads, or engage in sports, all of which keep the calves strong. Robert, a 75-year-old retired construction worker, noticed this change firsthand. After decades of standing and walking on job sites, he assumed his legs would stay strong for life. But once he retired and became less active, he saw his calves shrinking and felt weaker when standing up from a chair or climbing stairs. He initially brushed it off as aging, but soon, he realized that losing muscle in the calves wasn't just a cosmetic issue, it was affecting his balance, endurance, and mobility. While muscle loss in the calves is a natural part of aging, the good news is that it's not irreversible. With the right approach, men can slow down muscle atrophy, rebuild lost strength, and maintain mobility well into their later years. The first and most effective step is targeted resistance training. Unlike regular walking, which provides limited muscle engagement, exercises like calf raises, stair climbing, and resistance band workouts directly stimulate the calf muscles, encouraging growth and strength retention. Simple daily habits, such as standing on tiptoes while brushing your teeth, doing heel lifts while waiting in line, or using ankle weights during short walks, can also help activate the calves and prevent further muscle loss. In addition to exercise, proper nutrition plays a critical role in muscle maintenance. As testosterone levels decline, the body needs more protein-rich foods to support muscle repair and regeneration. Lean meats, eggs, fish, dairy, beans, and nuts provide the amino acids necessary for muscle recovery. Collagen supplements and foods high in omega-3 fatty acids can also help preserve muscle tissue and improve circulation, which is crucial for keeping the lower legs strong. Hydration is another overlooked factor. Drinking enough water supports healthy blood flow to the muscles, preventing stiffness and weakness. For men like Robert, understanding that his calf muscles were shrinking due to inactivity was a wake-up call. By incorporating strength exercises, improving his diet, and making small changes to his daily routine, he was able to regain strength in his legs, improve his balance, and walk with greater ease. The key takeaway? Losing calf muscle isn't just an aesthetic concern, it directly affects a man's ability to stay active and independent. By taking action now, older men can ensure that their legs remain strong, steady, and capable for years to come. Aging is an inevitable journey, marked by physical changes that can sometimes be difficult to accept. From thinning hair and graying strands to a growing midsection, muscle loss, and even a distinct scent that wasn't there before, these signs of aging serve as undeniable reminders of time's passage. Yet, while some of these changes may seem discouraging, understanding them allows men to take control, adapt, and age with confidence rather than fear. The key isn't to resist aging, but rather to embrace it while making adjustments that support overall well-being. Every wrinkle, every shift in the body, and even the subtle scent of time tells a story of experience, resilience, and wisdom. The goal is not to look 30 forever, but to stay strong, healthy, and self-assured at every stage of life. Many men initially struggle with the psychological effects of aging, especially when they notice these physical changes all at once. Looking in the mirror and seeing grayer hair, looser skin, or a belly that wasn't there before can be unsettling. Some men feel the urge to fight these changes aggressively, turning to hair dyes, drastic diets, or even surgical interventions. Others may become discouraged, assuming that these shifts are inevitable signs of decline. However, the truth is that aging isn't about losing control, it's about learning how to navigate new realities with strength and purpose. By staying informed and making small, intentional changes to daily routines, men can maintain not only their health but also their confidence. Simple adjustments, like strength training to counteract muscle loss, eating antioxidant-rich foods to combat oxidative stress, and choosing a grooming routine that complements natural changes, can make all the difference. These efforts don't erase aging but allow men to present the best version of themselves. The shift in mindset from resisting aging to mastering it is what separates those who grow older with frustration from those who do so with dignity, confidence, and a renewed sense of purpose. Beyond physical adjustments, the mental and emotional approach to aging plays an equally important role in how men experience this stage of life. While society often glorifies youth, real strength comes from accepting the natural progression of time while focusing on what truly matters: health, purpose, and self-respect. Instead of dwelling on what's been lost, men who age gracefully shift their attention toward what they can still control, maintaining physical strength, staying mentally sharp, and fostering meaningful relationships. The key is to recognize that aging doesn't have to mean becoming invisible or irrelevant. In fact, it can be a time of greater confidence, wisdom, and self-assurance. Part of this confidence comes from embracing a proactive mindset. Rather than waiting for aging to take its toll, men who stay active, engaged, and adaptable tend to feel more energized and in control. Whether it's committing to consistent exercise to maintain mobility, making nutritional choices that support longevity, or even finding new passions and hobbies that keep the mind sharp, the best way to age well is to stay engaged with life. For example, choosing well-fitted, stylish clothing can enhance appearance, while good skincare and grooming habits help men feel more polished and put together. Small details like maintaining proper posture or staying socially active can make a significant difference in how one is perceived and, more importantly, in how one feels about oneself. Ultimately, aging is not a battle to be won but a journey to be embraced. Every stage of life brings new opportunities for growth and self-discovery, and the men who adapt, learn, and take care of themselves experience aging in the most fulfilling way. Whether it's accepting graying hair, strengthening the body, or adjusting to physical changes with confidence, the focus should always be on staying strong, engaged, and true to oneself. The best version of a man isn't determined by age, it's determined by his attitude, his actions, and his ability to navigate change with wisdom and strength. Aging is not a sign of weakness, it is a testament to a life well lived, filled with experiences, wisdom, and resilience. While physical changes like graying hair, muscle loss, or a slower metabolism may feel like limitations, they are simply reminders that the body evolves over time. The key to aging well is not in resisting these changes, but in adapting with strength, dignity, and self-awareness. Taking care of one's health, staying active, and embracing new routines can make a significant difference in how one feels, both physically and mentally. Confidence in aging comes from understanding that self-worth is not tied to appearance, but to vitality, purpose, and the ability to navigate life with grace. Instead of mourning youth, older men can focus on what truly matters, maintaining meaningful relationships, staying mentally sharp, and continuing to grow as individuals. Every wrinkle, every shift in the body, tells a story of endurance, survival, and knowledge. Life does not diminish with age, it deepens. The best way to honor this stage is to stay engaged, prioritize well-being, and embrace the journey with confidence, knowing that true strength is found not in holding on to the past, but in living fully in the present.